Looks like we're on. Sweet. Yeah, luckily the stream wasn't as horribly delayed today as it was the other day whenever, I set it up to stream, then I got a phone call and was on the phone for like 2 hours, like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta get back to my stream. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be playing some Genesis games today. Sonic. Yeah, I'm not playing any Sonic or anything like that. We're playing like the obscure, crappy games, basically, because that's what we're mostly left with here. So I'll be going through and playing a bunch of these games like we did with the SNES stuff, and we're going to see what games are good, what ones are crappy, what ones are in between. And, yep, most of these games I've never played. I've never really delved into the Genesis that much. I mean, I had the Genesis collection on PS4 or PS3, and, I played some Genesis as a kid, but not very much. It was not my console. It was just never my thing. But I do appreciate a lot of the Genesis. I do like how smooth the games are. I do appreciate some of the soundtracks. So they're kind of hit and miss with me for the Sega Genesis soundtracks. Like, some of them are like really good, but some of them sound really cheap and tinny and eh. But some of them are really great. I've actually gained some muscle over the past like 6 months or so, and I do work out too. But I just sort of take a break over the past week and a half because I hurt my wrist and I didn't want to like mess it up worse, so I couldn't really do any lifting. But I did a lot of running and stuff during that time. Anyway, let's get this started. You guys all tell me how the sound is. Let's see. Hold on a second. Hold on, I got text. Yeah. Okay, so first, hold on a second, let me pull up the stuff to organize them with. Yeah, the censorship is really getting out of control on YouTube, on Facebook, and Twitter. They're really buckling down, guys. I mean, they're communicating very clearly that they do not believe in free speech, and we're seeing that. Like, we had Sargon of Akkad got his channel, like, I don't think the channel got taken down, but he got locked out of his account to where he can't upload videos or do anything. I'm not sure if the whole account is down, like to where you can't even find his videos. But yeah, he basically got censored, and he's not even on the right. He's a liberal, but he is sort of a classical liberal, like sort of civic nationalist sort of guy. He's not even remotely even close to the alt-right in any way. But I mean, that's the thing. But if you disagree with even the far left, like the low-hanging fruit, the feminists and stuff, like even if you disagree with just that, that's going to be enough to get you censored. Because I mean, they just want total domination. Let's see. I saw a game of Toy Story. That's a classic one. That should be in there. Classics. Okay, so let's play this game. Ishido. I think this is a Japanese game. Could be. By Accolade. Oh, that's not good. These are the creators of Bubsy. We're not in good hands. Oh wait, this is just like a, I forget what it's called, like Mahjong or something, or yeah, it's one of those weird Oriental games I don't know anything about, and I'm sure there are better versions to play. So a lot of games like that, like there are a lot of games in here that are like based on game shows or they're just board games, but it's like those kinds of games, there are much better versions of those to play now. Like you can get on Steam and there's like much newer, much better versions of these types of games, so there's no reason. Or for a game like that, you can play it on Flash, probably better versions, so yeah. Let's see here. Super Battleship, I think this is just the board game Battleship, isn't it? A lot of these games are also on SNES, so I've already played a lot of these games for you guys. Super Battleship, oh, great. Yeah, I mean, this is, whatever. There are better versions of this you can play. There's no point. I'll just throw games like that in mediocre. It's not worth even really commenting on too much. And I try to be quick when I'm organizing these, and so I'm not always 100% accurate. Like, I'm only playing these games for like 5 to 10 minutes. So some of these games could get worse when you get further in. They could get better. I don't know. But people can come behind and, if they disagree with the placement of games, they can always give me input. Let's see. Metal Fangs. What's this? Metal Fangs. Like, whenever Rob did his latest stream, he was going through the NES games I sent him. And for some reason, I don't know, this is a long time ago, I put Mick Kids on the NES in the underrated classics. I don't think that game's an underrated classic, but I think that game is not as bad as people make it out to be. I should have put it in a different folder, like, I think decent games. Like, 'cause that game, it's playable, it runs well, has decent graphics for the time. I mean, I think it's a decent enough game. There are so many worse platformers than Mick Kids out there, trust me. Yeah. There aren't as many folders with the SNES. The NES one, actually, I do agree, has too many folders, because I was planning on like going back and reviewing some of those games, or some of those games I wanted to go back and play some more. So it was a bit more just jumbled up than the other ones. But yeah. Okay, start the game. Come on, let's go. I swear I already pressed start, but it like restarted that. Okay. Team name. I'm just gonna. For most of these games where I ask for a name input, I just quickly put something in there. So what kind of game is this? Is this like a racing game, or what's the deal? Oh my god. Why they all got like things in their noses? It's like those old people you see with those tanks they carry around, because like their lungs don't work very well anymore. Like it doesn't look cool or intimidating. It just looks goofy. Like this guy right here, like the thing in the nose just kind of ruins the whole look, dude. You know, you're trying to look like a badass, but it doesn't work at all. This guy looks like he's like a Borg from Star Trek. This guy looks like the kind of guy that, asks you for money at a gas station, and you don't know what to do, because if you don't give him money, he might attack you or something. I've heard of that happening a lot in this area. Like, you'll have someone come up and they'll haggle you for money. If you don't give them anything, they'll get pissed and they'll like attack you, and it's like, what? It's crazy. Like, there was a case whenever I was on a road trip going up to Georgia, and I stopped at a gas station. I didn't realize this is like a gas station. It's like, I guess, on the wrong side of town, which you don't expect getting off the highway. Normally, the gas stations right off the highway are legit, but this one just was like ghetto, and I was like, oh crap. And a guy asked me for money. I was like, sorry dude, I don't got anything. I kept walking, and I don't know, I felt tension, like the dude was gonna like attack me or something. I can't stand that stuff. Like, people who just go around like begging for money. It's like, at some point, you have to start providing for yourself. You can't just rely on that sort of thing. And you never really can trust these people who do that. Like, people who beg on the side of the road, you never know if they're actually in need, or if they're just, trying to scam money off of you. Like, some of these people make good money doing that, and it's all an act. So, you really can't tell. Can I just get to the game already? Like, what? How do I progress? Okay. Yeah, this isn't one of those Japanese games, but it's like in partial Japanese, partial translation. It's weird. Okay. Oh my god, can we just get to the game already? Please. So I can pan it and then never play it again. Okay, so that's all this is? Like, why do we need that much preparation just for this? It's just like an overhead racing game, and it runs kind of crappy. Like, the frame rate for a Genesis game, it's not that great. If I didn't know better, I would think this was like a Super Nintendo game or something. But there's a lot of sprite flicker. Like, look at the flickering going on. My car is just constantly flickering. Why is it doing that? Is that part of the game, or is the ROM glitching out? Like, can I? Okay, I can switch between characters. I guess that's why it's flickering. That's what I thought. That you must be able to switch between characters. Well, what's the point? Like, what's my goal? Am I just doing laps, or am I trying to kill them, or what is this? Yeah, this is crap. I think I've seen it. All I need to see on that one. Metal Fangs is going in the mediocre pile. Judge Dredd. This is one I actually own in physical copy on the SNES, and it's not good. Yeah, I can't stand drug addicts. Like, they're just so parasitical to everyone around them, and just so destructive, and they're just, I don't blame Duterte for his approach to that, because they're just scum. They really are. Like, they may have had issues that led them to where they are, but at this point, I mean, usually they're beyond saving, and they're just a blight on society, and they just leech off of everyone around them. Yep, it's all coming back to me now. I remember this. Just really clunky. What? Oh, that's no fun. Like, the whole point of Judge Dredd, he's supposed to, like, execute them on scene, you know? But that was disappointing. Okay. Folder for games that are woke. Speaking of woke, I saw a recent thing with Jennifer Lawrence recently, and I just about puked. Like, she's taking a year off of acting to do political activism, basically just to shill for, like, leftist values. Which, oh wow, that's so brave and unique. A celebrity who's just, you know, pushing liberal nonsense. Like, you're definitely sticking your neck out there. You're really risking your career by doing that. By advocating gun control and open borders. Oh wow, so stunning and brave. It's such a joke, because I mean these Hollywood celebrities, that they spend their entire lives in this echo chamber, like this far left echo chamber where their views are never challenged and where they're constantly praised and told that they're geniuses, even though all they do is, you know, recite lines. They're told that somehow that means they have political insight somehow. And they have no connection whatsoever to the American public and to the average, you know, American, what their interests are and what their struggles are. It's just a total joke. And I mean, Jennifer Lawrence in particular, like, she just comes off so arrogant and so full of herself. I just cannot stand her. Like, I know, like, a lot of guys think she's hot and everything, but I just cannot stand her. And plus, I mean, I've seen cases in, you know, where she's been just a horrible, horrible bitch to her fans and the people in interviews and stuff. Like, she is horribly arrogant, and she, like, just exemplifies everything I hate about celebrities. And let me tell you this: if you're on CNN and, you know, your values are, you're being promoted by CNN and advertised by CNN, you have nothing interesting to say. You have nothing subversive to say. You have nothing challenging to say. You have nothing deep to say. You're just a useful idiot for the establishment. Like, if I'm ever endorsed by CNN, I'm going to rethink my life. Yeah, this game is garbage. Ugh. This game is terrible. Okay. This is going in the mediocre, or that's borderline just garbage. I mean, it's playable, but you wouldn't want to play it. I mean, I'll put it in mediocre just because I'm feeling generous today, but yeah. And she's also, like, one thing that just kind of I thought was adorable is that she was complaining about money and government. You know, our politicians are bought off, and so what does she talk about? Oh, the NRA, because that's the big entity that's controlling our government. Is oh yeah, the NRA. That's the group you need to be talking about, not, you know, the Clinton Foundation, all the money laundering that went on with that, and, you know, not the Israel lobby. Because yeah, good luck in Hollywood if you criticize the Israel lobby. Yeah, not really gonna work. And you can talk about the 1% all you want, but just don't mention that they're Jewish. You know, like, your career in Hollywood will be over. So she's taking, of course, the obvious and easy jab at the NRA, as if they're the ones with so much influence and they're the ones controlling everything. Like, give me a break. These people just live in their own fantasy world. Let's see, No Escape. I think I played this on SNES. I'm not sure what it is, though. Like, what is she going to accomplish by going around and, you know, being more politically active? Like, you're going to promote the exact same values that are already being trumpeted by all over TV and all over Hollywood in the entertainment industry and the music industry that are just being shoved in everyone's faces 24/7. Like, you're going to add to that somehow. Like, you're not going to contribute. You're not going to build anything up out of that. Like, oh, I remember this. Oh, this game is trash. Hot garbage. Oh, man. Just had like a Vietnam flashback with that one. This game's called Outland, which is funny because there's a platformer on PS3 and 360 and Steam called Outland. That's like a Metroidvania. So it'd be funny if that was like a remake of this. I don't think it is, though. What is this? Oh, I think I played this before. Yeah. Why am I not... Why am I not... I'm holding down the C button, which I think is accelerate, but now it's not working. None of the buttons are working for accelerate. Okay, now it's working. Barely. Why am I going so slow? What's going on here? What is happening? This is not the Outland I was promised. I'm holding down the accelerator and I'm not moving hardly at all. Like, am I supposed to be pressing a different button at the same time? There aren't that many buttons on the Genesis. There's just like 3 of them. Forward, side to side, like... This is like Desert Bus Simulator. What is this? Why am I going, like... I'm going about 2 miles an hour. Even if I was in a parking lot, people would be telling me to speed up. Like, what is happening? Okay. So I think B is accelerate, but when you press B, it jumps. When you just tap B, it like jumps. So I thought it was like a jump button. So okay, so holding down B accelerates, and I'm starting to wish that I didn't. Oh, whoa, whoa! It's got like this. Okay, you can. That's kind of neat. You can just blow someone's face off with a shotgun. That's at least somewhat innovative, but the frame rate is really bad. The Genesis, I mean, does not handle these sorts of 3D games very well, so... But then again, neither does the SNES when you break it down. Boom! So that's a neat concept that you can, like, shoot out the window at people. Like, that's at least somewhat innovative. But, I mean, the game is kinda crappy. Whoa, just crashed straight into that guy. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I put this in, like, mediocre. There's no reason to play it. I'm not sure what the deal was with the accelerator in the beginning, because I was moving just very slowly by holding down C, and then I held the B button, like, jumped for some reason. I don't know what the deal was with that. Let's play Dick Tracy. I'm not sure how this differs from the NES version. It's probably just going to be a generic side-scroller. Oh, it's a generic side-scroller, okay. What's going on? Am I supposed to dodge that? Like what? How do I shoot these guys? Oh, well, okay, you do, okay, that's interesting. You press C to, like, shoot across the road, so that's a little interesting, but kind of clunky, though. Oh, well, that didn't last very long. But realistically, I mean, if you're, like, just a private eye dude, you're just fighting an endless army of criminals, they're probably going to end up killing you. I mean, you're not going to last that long. Whoa. I think there's a bit of auto-aim whenever you aim that gun. So that at least makes it a little more easy. I've never seen anything like that. I will give it that. That's sort of a unique thing to see in a side-scroller. And I'm starting to see why it was never used, because it's kind of annoying. This is getting repetitive very quickly. Ooh, that was a headshot. That was nice. Ooh, I think that was a ball shot. Oh, oh! Is this all this is? It's just endlessly shooting these guys? Like... Now, how are you supposed to even get some of these guys before they start unloading on you? Does not even seem feasible sometimes. It's cool that you can shoot out the windows, though. That's a nice little detail. Like, if there was more to this, like, this could be a good concept for, like, a side-scrolling run-and-gun game, but there's just, like, nothing but just shooting guys endlessly. The same enemies over and over again on an endless road to nowhere. And God, how am I supposed to even deal with that when you got these guys popping out and shooting at me? And yeah, that's crap. Yeah, mediocre sauce. In fact, I would venture to say that might even be like just a crappy game. Because imagine if you rented that back in the day. Like you get bored so quickly with that. There's not even any like weapon power-ups or anything. It's just weak sauce. Let's play Centurion. There's only been a few cases in anime where it's been dubbed and they insert SJW stuff into it. Very few cases. I mean, I think it's horrible when it happens, and I will not watch a dub that does that. But I mean, it's like, let's see, it happened in Dragon Maid at one point. It happened in Prison School. There's like a Gamergate reference or something, an anti-Gamergate reference, and I can't think of what the other one was. I think there was another one, but I can't remember. Like, throughout most of them, I mean, they tend to not venture into that territory. But, I mean, if it becomes more prevalent, I mean, I just won't watch dubs. But, I mean, I do like watching dubs generally, though. Oh, is this going to be like an RTS? No. Cancel. What's with the user interface? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to... Who's going to go back and play an RTS game on SNES? Literally no one. There's not a single person on this planet who's went back and played Centurion on a ROM. Like, I would venture to guess that, except for me just now. Like, no one has even thought of that game. Or these Koei games. Like, oh, Koei. How did Koei stay in business? They pumped out so many terrible RTS-style games, like Romance of the Three Kingdoms and stuff, on NES and SNES. I guess they must have sold well in Japan. I never even really saw those games very often in stores over here in the US, so I don't know how Koei stayed in business. And they're still around today! I mean, at least they're making better stuff now, like, you know... At least the Dynasty Warriors games are entertaining. My brother was really into them, but... yeah. Are there SJW games? That'd be pretty... If there are, it'd be interesting for me to play them and rip them apart. But, oh man, this is... Superman, look out! In the background! No! No! Oh no, this is a game, I remember this from my childhood. I played this at like a friend's house, and it took me forever like to find this game again. Because I remember it, you know, you're Superman, you're on a roof, there's like robots and stuff, like, oh man, I totally forgot about this game. Ooh. Has there ever actually been a good Superman game? I don't think there really has. I don't know of any. Like, there are plenty of good Batman games, but there's just like no good Superman games. Because Superman always ends up horribly underpowered in all of them. And they just don't know how to handle Superman in video game form and make it like fun. But of course, that's no excuse for Superman 64, because I mean, even given those limitations, you know, at least you could make a Superman game that's mediocre, not just abysmally awful like that game. Like, that game, it's like they tried to make it terrible. But you know, Superman 64, I mean, at least it basically killed Titus as a company, so we didn't have to deal with them anymore. Because if playing these Genesis and SNES games, there are a lot of really crappy Titus games, and Superman 64 basically killed them. I think that was like the last game they made, or at least the last one of any significance before they just dropped off the map. So at least there's that. At least Superman 64 took care of that problem. Like, this right here is just like trite. It's trite. It's ho-hum. There's just nothing good or terrible about it. It's just the most boring beat 'em up ever. You got these flying enemies that really do a number on you when you try to, because you have no jump attack. Like that's the thing. I'm trying to jump and attack these enemies in the air, and there is no jump attack. So that's a problem. Like, you wonder why I've been getting all these hits on. I'm just now realizing, oh wait, I've been trying to jump and attack these enemies, and there is no jump attack. Yeah, this is terrible. He's Superman. Like, he not only can't fly in this game, but he can't even jump and attack. Yeah, that's horrible. Like, see, I remember as a kid, I might have said earlier that I played that on SNES. That was a mistake. I played it on Genesis. I would go to my friends' houses, and they would have a Sega Genesis, but they would have games like that. They would have that. They have Sonic, but then they have a bunch of like crappy games, and maybe a Jurassic Park game if I'm lucky. Like, my experiences with Sega Genesis as a kid were not good. I would play games like that, get nowhere in them, and be like, what is this? Like, I can't even beat the first level. This is garbage. And, you know, I remember playing that Superman game. I remember playing like a lot of other like obscure, crappy Genesis games that they had for some reason. But I mean, Sonic was good, but I mean, I was just like, why is this system even a thing? Like, I didn't get it because I never got to experience, like, you know, the good Genesis games for the most part. Oh goody, the Smurfs on Genesis. Let's see how good this is. Let's see. 1 second. This is one of those European joints. For my ROM collections, I tried to get like all the Japanese and European games too, but some sites like are incomplete with their list of ROMs, and I was trying to compare like my ROMs to like lists of like, you know, ROMs that people had online, like of the entire library of the system. So I was comparing the lists and doing a lot of stuff. I was really trying to make sure I had every single game that was ever released in ROM form, you know? I was like borderline autistic with that stuff, with how thorough I was with trying to get these ROM collections good, but... yeah. I don't think I really need to say much about this. Oh, are they like throwing like their piss out the window? Because that's basically what they used to do in the Middle Ages. They would, you know, throw their toilet basically just out the window. Like they would just like take a dump in a bucket and just throw it out the window into the streets. This is horrible. Let's never speak of that again. Ever. Okay. Target Earth? That sounds familiar. Can you guys hear the games all right? Or how's the audio mixing? Whoa. What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Did they do a remake of this recently? Target Earth. Didn't they like Salt Suit Linux? Was that like a remake of this? I think it might have been. And I'm no good at these sorts of like mech games. Can I fly? Can you fly in this? I thought you could like fly, but I guess not. Oh my god, I'm just getting like ravaged. I think I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a. From what I hear, it's like a decent game. I'll just throw it in there for now. Oh yeah, any updates on that girl I'm talking to? We're actually gonna go on a date tonight. After I get done with the stream, I'll probably start getting ready. But like, we're gonna go to like this Irish pub. It'll be pretty sweet. Warrior of Rome. Let's see. Oh, probably another RTS game. If you see like a mouse icon on a SNES or Genesis game, that's never a good sign. I'll probably keep calling this SNES because that's what I've been playing for the past like week. But yeah, I'm on the Genesis, by the way. So. Oh yeah, because I don't think. I mean, I'm not sure. I've not like verified, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she's not a single mom. And if she was, if it comes out that she was, then yeah, that'd be pretty bad. But I think that was just one of her students. Like she has a lot of she teaches music and stuff. So like that kid I saw like her with, I think that was like one of her students. That's not like her kid or anything. Because we've talked a lot since then, and I'm pretty sure, unless she's like a horrible liar. Like, and just has been deceiving me the whole time. Like, she is not a single mom, so that's good. Because that's like a deal breaker thing for me. Especially lying to me is also a deal breaker, so it's like a double kill right there. But she seems like a nice girl. And so I'm looking forward to, you know, this will be the first time we've actually met in person, because, you know, we've met online and talked a lot, and so we'll see how it goes. I'll give you guys an update. Yeah, I'm not playing this. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not playing any of these RTS games that are this ancient. Not doing it. Like, I don't mind an RTS game if it's, like, good. I'll totally play some Age of Empires. I love that franchise, but... Okay. Probably should have looked at the controls, because... Okay, what's accelerate? Oh, okay. C is accelerate. See, some of these, like with racing games, like a lot of the ones on Genesis and SNES, like feel like they have not upgraded the graphics at all from like the NES era. Like some of these games, so a lot of these games look borderline like NES. Like this one is not the worst I've seen, but it's not one of the better ones. Just the scrolling, I mean, especially in Genesis, you don't have that Mode 7 action, so it's sort of the same technology they used on the NES. And this is another one of those genres. There's not much of a reason to go back and play, because their newer racing games are just going to be better. Like, who's going to go back and play that when you can play literally any racing game that's come out in the past 10 years? What's the best way to pick up girls online? Look, if you're just looking for, you know, quick flings and stuff, like, it's the easiest thing in the world. But I mean, I'm actually looking for more of like a long-term relationship sort of thing. Okay, I'm getting old. I'm about to turn 25. I don't have time for, you know, just these one-night stands and just, you know, these shallow relationships. I'm looking for something that's a bit more, you know, long-term, where we share the same values and everything. And so for me, it's actually like interesting because I set up my profile in a way that's supposed to appeal to the fewest girls possible in a way, where basically I'm purposefully putting things like about my conservative values. Like, you know, a lot of people like to avoid talking about politics, but I'm like, yeah, I'm very conservative in my views. You know, I listed out a lot of things that a lot of guys are going to shy away from because, you know, they're just trying to get laid. But for me, I want to actually narrow out, like eliminate 90% of the women who are going to be looking at my profile and just be like, nope, go away, be gone, thought. What is this? Start? C? Create? Okay, there we go. This is going to be one of those really dry RPGs, I think. Yeah. Warrior. B. That's my name. Okay, start. Start. Ooh. Oh, this is High Glide. I forgot what I picked. Yeah, this is High Glide. Ew. Ugh. High Glide. The NES version is just a total joke. Like, you run into enemies to hurt them. I think you do the same thing here. It's like, yeah, look at that. Look at that battle system. Look at that intense battle system. And I'm dead. Highlight is like you think they would have improved it because this came out like in the 90s. Like, hold on a second, let me open this again. Does it say the date on here? Like, when did this come out? I mean, like yeah, 1990. Like Final Fantasy 4 or 2 as it was called in the US, I think that was already out. Or was about to come out. Like, there were some standards at this point. This is the 90s. Like, this is appalling. This is embarrassing. Like, I mean, Chrono Trigger came out like a few years later. Like, give me a break. What I say in my profile, I'm not going to get into like too many personal details and stuff, guys. I mean, come on, but I just made it clear that I'm looking for like a long-term relationship, and said what my goals were. You know, I talked about my values and everything like that. And those are things that like a lot of guys just avoid. Like people, and not just guys but girls too. Like they won't talk about their political views on there, and I think that's important. I think that political views, I mean, that's an outgrowth of your personal morality too, and your views of philosophy and life in general. So I don't think it's a good idea to be romantically involved with someone who is like your political opposite, you know? I don't think that's a good thing. That creates like a divided house, you know? I even mentioned on my profile that like under political views that I'm a fan of Trump, and I knew putting that's going to eliminate like a huge percent, and I want that. I'm trying to narrow it down to the girls who are actually worth a damn. And so my intention was to put things on there that are true about myself that might alienate like liberals and thoughts, you know? That was my goal. And I met a really nice girl she's really cute, and we seemed to hit it off really well when we talked on the phone a couple days ago. So what's going on? What's happening here? Oh, this is Waldo. But yeah, seriously, even for a Waldo game, like what is happening here? What? This is like Eyes Wide Shut or something. Like what is going? Oh, there he is. Oh, oops, that's the pause button. There he is. So I mean, at least this is legible. Like unlike the SNES, or sorry, the NES version of this game. At least you can tell what's happening. Like you can actually see. Where is it? There's his dog. So this is like better than the NES version, but it's still a Waldo game on SNES. Like, who asked for this? Like, if I want to play Where's Waldo, I'll get a book and do it, But I'm kind of a grown man now, so it's not really something I'm gonna partake in. But I mean, the books were interesting as a kid. I always was more interested in just the weird stuff that was going on, just how there's so much happening in one image. That always interested me more than the actual finding of Waldo. Like, just looking at all the weird stuff that's going on, little details. But I already found Waldo. What else am I supposed to do here? What's this? Found that. Is it over? I guess you gotta get these things too? But seriously, what is going on in the background of this picture? Like, what is happening here? So some weird occult stuff going on, like, and they're being sprayed with hoses, and what? And they're like worshiping fire. Like, this is like kind of scary stuff. I already found Waldo. I should be done. It should be over. I shouldn't need to find all the rest of this junk. Blue monk with tree feet? What? Blue monk with tree feet. So you got like other specific things you gotta find? What? Blue monk with tree feet. What? I can't find it. Nothing here. There was nothing on the screen. There is no blue monk with tree feet here. Oh, I thought he said 3 feet, not tree feet. Okay, I misread that. So I'm a fool. I'm illiterate. They never learned to read. I'm sorry. Okay, well, that's like at least playable, unlike the other version. I mean, I can't in good conscience put that in decent games. But it's not as just horrific as the NES version. Like, at least you can make out what things are, but it's still stupid. And they should be ashamed of themselves for making it. Socket. Let's play this. Oh, I think I might have played this before. This is just a generic platformer, I think. Came out the year I was born. And also, I mean, if you're on a dating site, just for my rule of thumb is just to filter out all the single moms, because I'm not going to date a single mom. Just not something I'm going to do. Because, you know, I want to raise another guy's kid. Oh, this is definitely not a Sonic ripoff here. Like, you're ripping off Sonic on his own system. You know, like, it's not a good idea. Yeah. Sonic. If I want to play Sonic, I'll play Sonic and knock this horrible ripoff of it. Garbage. I think I'll put that. What was it called? Socket. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the mediocre category. The thing is, like, I know I'm a high quality man. I don't need to settle for a woman who already has kids when I can have my own kids. You know, like. Because there's going to be a lot of problems that come with that, with, you know, dating a single mom or eventually marrying a single mom. Like, it's just, I'm not going to put myself in this situation. I feel like I don't need to do that. I don't need to settle for the first girl that shows me any attention just because, you know, and just accept the fact that she's a single mom. Like, no, I'm going to wait to find a girl who, you know, doesn't already have kids so we can have our own kids, you know. What? Why is this not working? Hold on a second. For some reason, this one game, Wolverine Adamantium Rage, is not loading. On File, Load Sega Genesis, Wolverine Adamantium Rage. Apparently, okay, maybe I accidentally put like a SNES game in here or something. Maybe that's why it's not working. Genghis Khan 2, is this a Koei game? Probably. Yeah, it's a Koei game. Anytime it's like some sort of Oriental warlord or something in the title, like, you just know it's Koei. And it's garbage. Come on, there's got to be a good game in here somewhere. We got to find a good game. I mean, I've already sorted out most of the good games, underrated games, out of, you know, into their folders, but there's got to be some other gems here that no one knows about. Oh, it's a pinball game, it looks like. Soundtrack's kind of kicking, though. The soundtrack's pretty good. The Genesis does not have shoulder buttons. So you have to use, like, it's C, and it's the left button on the D-pad for the paddles. Oh, that was great. That's how pinball typically goes for me. Like, just, that's it. I'm not that good at pinball. Though I did get pretty good at the, you know, Windows pinball back in school because we had nothing else to do, so I just played pinball on there, and I got actually pretty badass at it, but... no. No. Not gonna play that. There's gotta be something good in here. What about Valis? What's Valis? Is that like a shooter? What the? Japanese schoolgirls? Oh, my tentacle monster! No! Die! The hitboxes are little. Look at that. Look at those hitboxes. What the? Look at that. Oh my god. Like, the hitbox is like in the very center of their sprite, and it's like 1 pixel. Oh man, those hitboxes. Look at that. Look, my sword's going like straight through them. That is unbelievable. That might possibly be some of like the worst hitboxes I've ever seen. At least I got projectiles. Okay, so now the game's playable. Now you got projectiles. Okay, I can look past your past transgression. And you can slide. I'm not sure what good that does anyone, but okay. The soundtrack's alright. A little generic, but it's got that Sega charm to it. That Genesis charm. Yeah, I imagine a lot of these games are probably better on the PC engine and stuff. A lot of these games are like ports of like Amiga stuff or, you know, PC engine. I might get into those ROMs. I should give them a try, but they're just not something I grew up with, so it's not something that I really had a big interest in. But yeah, I should look into, once I'm done with the Genesis, and I might finish off the Master System as well, I might look into some Amiga and some PC engine games, because I'm sure there are some pretty good gems on there. Yeah, so I guess this is probably just a watered-down port. Yep, climb it, climb it! Climb. Up, climb! Can you not climb that green thing? I guess not. Oh, you go in there? That did not look like an entrance. That was not handicap accessible. That guy wasn't even doing anything. He was just down here in the subway doing his cartwheels, and I just murder him. He wasn't even like a villain. He wasn't even a bad guy. He had nothing to do with this, but I just. This is kind of uninteresting. I mean, the enemies don't even like explode or anything. They're not interesting. Like, they're borderline incomprehensible, and they just kind of disappear when you kill them. Not much of a sound effect or anything, and you just. It's not overly difficult or anything. Like, there's not a lot going on. Maybe I'll at least get to a boss fight or something. You have a lot of health. They're really generous with the health. Can you pick these up? Like, what are... Oh, that's what they're for. Pick it up, pick it up. What was... Oh, I gotta jump down. I did not even realize that I was on, like, 2 different planes here. And I... Okay, maybe if I get those power-ups, this game will get way more badass, but... I've been missing the power-ups the whole time because I did not know what they were. Ow. So I'm probably horribly underpowered. Ooh! Get the one up. One up. Ugh. I must have missed some sort of jump power-up or something earlier, so... Let's keep going. These guys are annoying. These are the worst enemies by far. Like, they just jump around. They take too many hits to kill. Yeah, she's just jogging at like a... When you see like old people jogging. Be nice if the power-up like dropped down to my level. Like, look at this. It's like right out of my reach. That's such a... Oh, wow. Thank you, game designers. Thank you for that. Now I can't get any of the power-ups. You put, like, the last 3 power-ups have all been out of reach. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I gotta fight a boss now, and I don't have any power-ups. Oh, man. I'm hosed. What's going on right now? Like, his power is to destroy the frame rate of the game. Like, everything is just vibrating. Like, what's going on? Like, this is kind of like Guts Man, but worse. What is he doing? And, like, whenever you do an attack, like, it delays your jump substantially, so you, like, I try to do an attack and jump quickly, but that doesn't happen. This is... much health does he have? Die, die, die. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is garbage. This is just... garbage. Yeah, I missed the power-ups because I did not know what they were. They had to attack them. I was like, I tried to pick them up and it's like, no, you can't pick them up, so whatever. Let's see if Valis 3 made any improvements. I'm not sure what happened to Valis 2. Like, I should have that ROM as well. I don't know what the deal is. Can I skip this? I don't care about the story. The song's jamming. Okay, I get it. Do I have any attacks? Can I do anything? I can jump, that's it. Yeah, I do have Japanese games in a separate folder, so it might be in the Japanese games. Well, that was abrupt. Like, ah, you took me, and that's it. Okay. Who are you? Get the sword! Then boosh, hits the ground, just dead. Now I know what these are. Now this might go a bit more smoothly than the other game. No! Ah! Die! Die! Oh, well, that was a fail. Let's see. It does sound kind of like Mega Man. One thing that's funny is I just recently discovered the Wily Wars on Genesis. I did not even know that existed. Like, it may sound like a scrub, but like I did not realize there was a Mega Man game on Genesis. That came as a complete shock to me, and I was like, what, is this real? It's like a remake of Mega Man 1 through 3? What? Why did no one tell me about this? Oh, for fuck! Was that the same jump? Like, her jump is surprisingly weak. Like, I expected to be able to make it without, like, having to stretch it, you know? Like, really, when you break it down, she can't jump very far. It's like, that's it. That's, like, the max gap you can make. So you have to, like, go to the very edge and jump. Like, I kept thinking that, you know, her jump was big enough that, you know, would compensate. I'm like, whatever, I don't gotta, like, stretch it out, but you do. You gotta stretch out these jumps. Oh, I want to get to that jump again. I can't just quit and not get that jump. Like, her jump, like, ugh! Like, it's really a weak jump. Oh, you dick. Die already! What am I supposed to do? Like, he takes too many hits. Okay, so I think this is not the jump. Ugh. I think it's this one right here, which is really no different from the other ones, but like I kept dying here. Okay, so I got like, ugh. See, like you gotta stretch out your jump as far as it can go because it's such a weak jump. You know, she jumps high in the air, but oh wow. Okay, you know, fuck this game. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this. They should have released any of those games in America, okay? They should have just kept it in Nipland. Yeah, good for you, man. With a plan, stick with manga. That's where it's at. Comics are for cucks. Tony La Russa, 95. This is probably a sports game. Any game with like a year in the title is pretty much guaranteed to be a sports game. Yeah, EA Sports. Nope. I have a folder in all these ROM collections where I just throw all the sports games because I mean, I can't judge whether they're good or not because I'm not even gonna play them. But I'll just throw all the sports games in like a folder. So if someone likes to go back and play old sports games, be my guest. But yeah, I just throw them into their own folder. I'm not gonna deal with it. Skeleton Crew. Let's see what this is. This music is scaring me. This is a cursed game. Like, I'm gonna see my name on the screen and then I die in 24 hours. Oh no. There aren't many of these isometric 3D games these top-down games that were really that good back then. I mean, I think that I can stand Sonic 3D Blast. I don't hate Sonic 3D Blast. I can play that. I don't love it, but I'll play a little bit of Sonic 3D Blast. You know, I can dabble in it, but this is not good. What's a game you recommended? You said Check-Un? Check-Un. Let's play Check-Un. It's because some of you say it's good, some of you say it's not that good. Hold on 1 second. Your character looks like Snoke or something, or the other dude from like the Clone Wars CG series. Okay, let's see. What's going on in the background? Am I in space? Am I like, what's happening? Am I spinning around in space? What is this? Okay, let's go in here. Go in here. Can you swim in this? I like the look of this game. It's got a creepy, interesting look. Reminds me of like Shadow of the Beast or something. It's got that sort of art style and tone. Ugh. Yeah, water level. That's a great way to start off the game. Everyone just loves the water levels. At least you can jump really high. Ooh. Whoa. Oh wait, you can do a double jump? Oh, dude. Okay, I'm liking this. This seems like a good game. Like, I might play some more of that later. It's interesting, to say the least. I'll be right back. I gotta, like, put my, turn on the rice cooker. I'll be right back. Man. That's taken care of. I'm back. So, what are we going to do next here? How about this game? Gears. Let's try this one. Ooh, it's a scrolling shooter. I mean, these are usually pretty solid. It's like, why didn't they just make more of these? Like, just make a scrolling space shooter. Don't make a simulator of, like, ancient Rome or something on the SNES, because it's not going to be good. I recognize this song. This is pretty awesome. I like this so far. This is kick-ass. I like this. Though those meteors in the background are kind of distracting. Cause, oh no! Okay, well, yeah, I was not paying attention. Okay, yeah, this is a good one, and I remember that song was used in an AVGN video at one point. Well, yeah, TJ is definitely like the definition of degenerate, but I mean. At least he was against SJWs, but at this point, I mean, I have no interest in watching his videos. Because he's sort of like a classical liberal or whatever. Or just like liberal. Like, he's not even... I'm not sure how much his views have evolved over the years, but I think he just is not really capable of maturing. And his worldview is just too... like, he represents a lot of the nihilism of the current generation. Oh yeah, Rob used that song in a video. Yeah, he used that too. World-class leaderboard? What is this? Oh, it's just one of these Olympic-style games, isn't it? Yeah, ugh. Those are even worse than like regular sports games. I mean, those like Olympic multi-event games, like those types of games are just the worst. So boring. Why do they make so many of them? Who was buying those and renting those? Nobody. Like, I don't get it. Wardner. The eyes almost look like South Park eyes, you know? I'm a fat dude with those fireballs. Speaking of fat dudes, I recently learned more about like Wings of Redemption. I never really watched his stuff, but like I knew of him, and I've seen a lot of people like make videos about him, and I'm like, man, this dude is like even worse than Boogie. Like this dude like looks up to Boogie. Oh, one hit death. Okay, I'm down. Game. Oh shit! This started right in front of a lava pit that was not there before. Like what? Where am I? This wasn't even where like I died, I don't think. It's brought me to like some other random level or something. What is this? Okay, but yeah, Wings of Redemption, man, that dude is just pathetic. Oh. Yeah. Basically, the dude wants to get the same surgery Boogie got, you know, an excuse to not actually change your lifestyle and just, oh, I'll get surgery and that'll make me skinny. Or they get their stomach stapled or whatever, so it limits how much food they can eat. Like, they get full quicker because they just, you know, their stomach is smaller. Nah. Okay. Yeah, Jordan is his name, but yeah. And the dude, like, is just a massive e-beggar. He's a crybaby. He's a big man baby, like Boogie is. Like, just a total soft... weakling who's weak spiritually, weak mentally, weak physically, weak everything. And he's just like, people like that just disgust me, because he's living off of government money. Like, he's on like disability for being a fat, just low life. That's all he is. Like, it's just horrible that people can get disability for being for getting themselves obese. Somehow that means they deserve my tax dollars for that. They should get money from the government. They should get money taken from taxpayers because they're too lazy and too inept to keep their body healthy, and they just don't want to work and just sit around at home playing video games all day. Like, that is just horrible. Let's see here. Dynamite Duke. Let's see what this is. It's one of these types of games, like a light gun game without the light gun. How about, is there a way to dodge? Because they're just shooting me like crazy. I mean, for what this is, it's decent, but it's like, who's gonna go back and play this? If you are, you gotta rethink your life. If this is what you're going back and spending your time on. I could be playing any other game right now. I could be playing Dynamite Heady. I could be playing Golden Axe or something. And I'm playing this. Ugh. No. Yeah, I mean, I think that some people are put on this earth to serve as an example to others of what not to be. You know, to serve as a bad example. And that's someone like Boogie or someone like Wings. Like, just look at them and don't become like them. Don't become this fat, whiny loser who doesn't want to change, has no will to change his situation, and just does nothing but cry and beg for money and, you know, leech off of other people and just, like, no one wants to be like that. Like, that's no way to live. Like, you have to be stronger than that. You have to want to be stronger. You have to want to change. And these people, they don't want to change. And their lassitude and laziness and just complete lack of drive should not be inspiring to people. Like, if you're inspired by Boogie, you need to rethink your entire life. Okay? You need to see a psychologist. Like, if you're inspired by that fat loser who, you know, just has had every opportunity to fix his life with all the money and fame he's gotten from YouTube, he could have lost that weight years ago. He could have had massive amounts of self-improvement. He could have gone to, you know, gotten his stuff sorted out in therapy, whatever childhood stuff he still whines about. He could have gotten that all sorted out. He had plenty of money. He could have had all that stuff fixed, and he could be doing a lot better, and he could have, you know, be a lot healthier. But no, he didn't use any of the opportunities because he's just lazy and weak. And he expects you and me to pay for his medical bills. That's the thing with all these fat guys and, well, and women too. Like, they get horribly unhealthy and they act like it's their own personal decision, but it's not just them. We're gonna have to pay for it. In the end, when they get their open heart surgery, who pays for it? Me and you. So it's not just about them. They're like parasiting on society, and like 70% of surgeries and costs are for completely preventable illnesses, mostly from not from diabetes, from, well, that is one of them, but mostly from obesity and also from smoking. But yeah. So these people, like these obese people, end up being just a massive drain on the entire healthcare system, almost as much as, you know, boomers, but, you know. Oh, this is kind of like, what's it called? A Burai Fighter. Mixes this a little bit of Gradius. But the controls are odd because you use the C and A buttons to like move this cursor thing around, and it's like moves like in, you know, counterclockwise or clockwise depending on which direction. So it's like you don't shoot in the direction that you move. You shoot in the direction this is facing. It's very awkward at first. I mean, I'm having a hard time adapting to it. It's like, this would be really great as a twin stick shooter. So, I got a new weapon now. Look at this. Actually, it kind of sucks. Because it does way less damage. It shoots in all directions, but it does, like, barely any damage. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, you can hold it down and shoot. That's good. Like, if you could master this game, this could be a pretty sweet game. I just need to get used to the controls because it's just weird. It messes with your head a bit. I do like it though. Like, I do think this is pretty interesting, so that one gets a pass. Yeah, didn't Boogie's wife literally have to wipe him because he can't reach his own butthole? Like, is that true? Like, I'm not even sure if that was ever, you know, confirmed or not, but if that's true, just, oh my god. Oh my god. What is wrong with you? How is that not like a giant red flag that, oh, I gotta change up things a bit. You know, I gotta stop maybe drinking soda. You know, you can cut that out. That'll make you lose some weight if you stop chugging Mountain Dew every day. Like, I don't know, do something different. It's just like, I hate people who just refuse to improve when they're just living their life wrong and they refuse to change or improve it. I can't stand those people. When they have people telling them, and it's so clear what they're doing wrong, and they refuse to change. And I hate any sort of philosophy that promotes just, oh, let's accept everything. Let's not have any standards. Let's embrace body positivity. Like, any ideology like that, it can just go to hell. Like, I'm not going to ever support any ideology that just embraces this sort of relativism and apathy and tolerance. Like Aristotle said, apathy and tolerance are the final virtues of a dying society. This is pretty clunky. You can't duck. Whoa. I'm not sure what the duck even does. Like, at first down, it does not seem to do anything. This old dude's ripped. He's jacked. And where you press O to jump. Or not O. It would be C to jump for some reason. In most fighting games, it's like up jumps. But this is like on a 3D plane, which is odd for a 2D fighter. Oh, no. Yeah, this is... No. Yep. Let's play something else. Spider-Man animated series. You know, I don't think Spider-Man really got good until like the PS1 game. Let's see. Oh, jump. Yeah. See, Spider-Man, it's a game that's hard to get good unless you have shoulder buttons and stuff, and you really utilize all his powers. Like in the NES game, like, you just really did not feel like you were using most of his powers. Like you couldn't, like swing was a horrible pain and was pretty much useless. Didn't really have a lot of web shooting or anything like that. Like, so the Genesis, I'm sure, is going to suffer from some of those same issues. Yeah, the music is kind of eerie and not good. It's like, it sounds like a fly. See, that's all it sounds like is a fly. What's it doing? What is this? Yeah, this is already not good. You want to play a good Spider-Man game? Play either Spider-Man on the PS1 or play Spider-Man 2 on PS2. Those are both good. On like the hierarchy of fat dudes on YouTube, like, and which ones are like the most tolerable? You have like maybe Joey's World Tour. At least he does what he loves. You know, he's a horrible fat, just lard ass. But I mean, at least he does what he loves. Okay, you can respect that. He can be kind of funny too, even though he's gross. Like, it's still somewhat entertaining. Then you have Review Tech USA, who's not entertaining, but at least he's not as bad as the guys we'll get to next. I mean, he's an e-beggar, he's a cuck. There's lots of problems with the dude. He's just desperate for any type of money he can get. Now that YouTube's been cutting ad revenue, he just is desperate for any scam he can possibly get his hands on to make some money. And, you know, so you got him. Then you have Boogie. Or no, then you probably have, like, Helsing, but he's dead. Then, which, of course, is what's going to happen to a lot of these guys in the coming years. Mark my words. Most of them are going to suffer the same fate pretty quickly. Because they're all getting up, you know, once they hit their 40s, like, yeah, any day now. You know, but then you have Boogie, then you have, you know, at the very bottom, you've got good old Jordy Jordan. It just bottom rung. I think I played this before. This is actually a decent game, Joe and Mac, and it's 2 players, so that's a good one. Let's see, what do we got next here? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Escape from Mars with Taz. These Looney Tunes games are like almost always terrible. Only good ones are like the Tiny Toons games. Those are the only tolerable Looney Tunes games you'll find. And those are actually really good games. Like the one on NES, the one on SNES, both good games. I seriously doubt this will be of decent quality. Well, I'll give all the games at least a shot, you know, to impress me. Why can't I spin? What's going on? Okay, sorry, you press B to spin. Why did that hurt me? Okay. It's interesting how you bounce off of stuff, you know, like that's at least an interesting mechanic, but... Oh, no. Get up there. But it's like kind of uncontrollable, like when you use it, he just flies forward. Why'd I even do that? Why is your first impulse when you see a bomb is just eat it? Like, oh. Get up there. Get up there. Nope. Ugh. Like, this is playable. This is not like the other Taz game that I played on the SNES. Like, this is at least somewhat playable. I mean, it's alright, I guess. I'd say it's mediocre. That's where a lot of these games are ending up. Like, the mediocre folder is really taking a lot of these games. I would never date a liberal. I don't care how hot she is. Not happening. Unless she was like moderate enough to where I could probably just completely sway her over to my beliefs, you know? I might attempt that, maybe, if she had like a lot of other good qualities, and I was like, you know what, you just been misguided. I can deprogram you, and then, you know, that might work. But that's extremely hypothetical. Okay. Devilish Mahjong Tower. This is probably a Japanese game. Oh, wait, did not work? Is the ROM not going to work? A few of these ROMs weren't working for me for some reason. Play a different one. Desert Demolition. Let's see. I met a hot babe and found out she has a kid. You mean like... well, I mean, I've met some hot girls and it turns out they're married and have kids. But I can't think of any single moms off the top of my head that I was like, oh, sweet, she's hot. And then it got ruined because she had a kid. Like, you know, I can't think of any cases like that. Because, I mean, actually, in reality, a lot of single moms are pretty low rent. You know, they're pretty low quality. Not all of them, but like... a lot of the more attractive women can actually land a husband and keep a husband, you know. You got a lot of single moms are just, you know, ugly inside and out. Oh, what happened there? That was weird. So it's actually possible in this game for Wile E. Coyote to finally catch that Roadrunner? Like, is it actually possible? Oh, what's this? Get him! Get him! Fuck him! Oh. What's this? Okay, so you're on a time limit? Okay, look. Wile E. Coyote has been trying to catch the Roadrunner for like 70 years, and now you expect me to catch him in like the next minute? Think I'm suddenly going to be able to make it happen in that short of a time frame? I mean, I don't think so. Like, I think it'd be more fun to play as the Roadrunner because, you know, Wile just gets annihilated constantly. And his life is just a never-ending nightmare. Oh, you just got to get to the end. Okay, you're just—that's all you're trying to do in these stages, just get to the end. Well, then what's the point? Are you able to? I guess maybe if you grab him, you get bonus time or something. That's what the point of this is like to get to the end of the stage. So a lot of this is just going to be, you know, memorization, trying to figure out like where to go, and the whole game's on a time limit. Like, what's going on? Blow up! Go. Oh, do I gotta, like, run? How much? I'm not sure I'm supposed to get through that, but whatever. This game is... it's playable, but not very good. I put this in the... mediocre games, I think. Oh, Brutal Paws of Fury. Isn't this, like, a really crappy fighting game where you play as, like, furries, basically? Let's just see how horrible the mechanics are. Wow, the sounds are obnoxious. I'm getting just annihilated. This dude is... Oh my god. Yep. It's all coming back to me now. Let's see here. What to play next? Wait, Spot Goes to Hollywood. Isn't this, yeah, the Cool Spot? They already made a Cool Spot game on NES. So it's weird they would make another one. Like, anyone asked for that. I'm like... The only soda-based mascot I want to see revived is Pepsi Man. Because I think that... Aren't they doing that? Aren't they reviving Pepsi Man? Okay, how many hits does he take to die? What in the hell? He took like 58 hits to kill. It's funny, Chad Pepsi Man versus Virgin Cool Spot, which this game was made by the developer Virgin. So that's kind of funny if someone made a meme like that. Someone needs to make that into a full-fledged Chad meme. Chad Pepsi Man versus Virgin Cool Spot. Can I jump across that? Wait. No, you can't. So he can't hit me when I'm doing this. But I don't think it's actually hurting him. Oh. How are you supposed to even dodge or do anything in this? Like, this is god-awful. This is terrible. See what Chi-Chi's Pro Challenge is. Well, I'm not sure if this is Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball Z. Oh, no. It's this dude. Let's go into sports games. Move on. Budokan. Fighting Spirit. Budokan. What is this now? I'm guessing this is just a fighting game, but it's like trying to be more than that, like to give you like a little bit of a map to walk around. But yeah, okay, let's see. Let's spar. Look at me over here, like, come at me, bro. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, have you now? Look. You dirty fool! It's like the guys look up a video called Irish Crab. Like, go on then. Oh, have you now? It's like it's a crab holding a knife. And someone dubbed over it, and it's pretty funny. Oh. This strategy seems to be working. I'm winning. Huh. I can't seem to move towards him. I can jump backwards, but I can't seem to advance forward. Is that one of the rules of kendo? You can't move forward? I'm like, what? This is the most awkward sword combat I've ever seen in my life. Oh, get me. This is... Oh, man. It's like some of these old games, like they made an engine, they made the sprites, they made the backgrounds, but they just forgot to make the game actually fun or worth playing. They just forgot the fun, you know? Okay. Batman Forever. Is this the same version that's on the SNES? This is a god-awful game. Yep, this is it. This is the Acclaim one, where they basically tried to make a side-scrolling Mortal Kombat Batman game, which might have been good if they did it right, but... Batman. Yep. How many hits does he take? That was hilarious. He's just kneeling down, just like kick him in the face over and over again. I want to try using the grappling hook thing. Oh. Okay, here it is. Oh. Because this is like the infamous thing from like the AVGN episode where he couldn't get up there. And you have to press like select and up. Right? Or maybe I don't have it yet. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to shoot out when you press select, but it's not doing that, so I must not have the grappling hook thing yet. I don't know. Bored already. Next game. I think this one's decent. Revenge of the Joker, if I remember correctly. This is when the AVGN got like stuck at that statue and couldn't figure it out. This is a pretty good game from what I remember. It's like, whoa! Oh come on! Oh, this is some bullshit. My sprite's too big. How many hits does this guy take? Oh my god. There you go. Oh yeah, thank you for that. Can you change weapons in this? Okay, well that didn't go well. So this is like the shitty version? Okay. Yeah, like your sprite is just too big. The hitboxes are too big. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you're just gonna take a ton of hits there. Like, okay, whatever. This is not a good version of the game. Batman Returns. I forget which one this one is exactly. I'll give it a shot. Does anyone know if this one's decent? No, this does not look decent. That was my last batarang. Oh well. Get up there. Get up there. Yeah. This is not very good. There are better Batman games you can play. Well, guys, I think I might cut the stream off here. I gotta, make myself some food and stuff, and I got other plans for the day, so I think I might stop here. But it's been a fun stream. I'll do more streams like this. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow, probably too. Play some more Genesis games for you guys. It's always entertaining. Peace out, guys.